What's good, YouTube? This is Blade Runner 404 coming to you with the comic book haul. I figured I'd go ahead and jump on YouTube and share the books that I picked up recently here in about the last month or so. Guess I've had some books stack up here. I've not done a video in a while, but yeah, just watch my team pull out a squeaker there, close game. And so I'm in a good mood, so let's go ahead and show these books. So anyway, jumping right into the books that you see in front of you. This is Venom Annual number 1. This is the Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Yeah, it's a, I don't think there's any value to the book. It's a new book, but I love the cover, and I'm a big Sienkiewicz fan, so picked it up. All right, The Source number 1. This book, I think, is doing a little something on eBay. I know when it first came out, it got hot for a while. It might be a $15 to $20 book. I'm not exactly sure. I might be overstating that, actually. But yeah, I picked it up. It's a, number 1 book. I know these new Scout comics, some of them do tend to pick up a little bit of heat on eBay. So, good book to pick up for cover price. This is Avengers number 7. This is the 1 in 50 Clayton Crane variant cover. And I got this at a local LCS for, I think I paid $20 for this. So the guy had it for $35, but he gave it to me for $20. All right, this is Annihilation, limited series 4 of 6. This is a Delato cover. And the other significant thing about this book is that I think Thanos gets killed in this book. So again, with comic books, characters die, but they never really stay dead. But I strictly picked it up for the cover. I think it's a kick-ass cover. So, and I paid $6 for it. Spawn 185, this is the Greg Capullo headless variant. I'm not the biggest Spawn fan, but I do try to pick up the keys, and so I know this is a low printed book, and I got it for $20. And then this is X Factor number 6. This is the first appearance, as you guys know, of Apocalypse. I did pick up another copy of this book, and you guys saw my last haul for $1, but that book was not in good shape. This one here, however, is super clean, super minty shape, and I'll probably go ahead and send that off to CGC because it's got a really good chance, I think, to be a 9.8. So, all right. And then I'll show these. So you guys know this book. This is Batman Damned number 1. I actually got, had a few copies of this already, but I went by this other comic book store on a Tuesday night. Apparently what happened was the book, or the store was short of their copies. And so they got it a week later on a Tuesday, and they were just sitting on the shelves. And so I picked up, actually, you see 5 copies here, but all in all, I picked up 6 total copies at cover price. I think Midtown right now has they have copies that they're selling for $60. This and the Jim Lee variant. So I was happy to pick these extra copies up for cover price. I did end up trading one of them for a different book, and I'll show you guys that here in a little bit. This next stack of books are books that I picked up at half price books, as well as a local comic shop. So this is X Factor number 2. This is the first appearance of Artie Maddox. Actually, I saw this book first on a channel, Comics by Bueller. He did a series of keys for the X Factor run, and this was one of the books that he showed. So shout out to Comics by Bueller. The New Avengers, number 7, the first appearance of the Illuminati, and I got this for $2, I think, at a half price books. So most of these books I picked up at half price books for $2. So Uncanny X-Men, Fear Itself. This is the first cover appearance of Colossus as Juggernaut. So I got it for $2. Oh, okay. These next stack of books I picked up at my new honey hole, and all in all, I picked up about 16 copies, or I guess 16 books, and I paid 20 bucks, and so they're gonna be a little over $1 per book, I guess. So this is Red Sonja number 6, the Jenny Frison cover. This is The Adventures of Superman 466. This is the first cyborg Superman. And like I said, guys, I picked up 16 books from this spot, but I'm not going to show all 16, just the keys and things of that nature that I picked up. So this is DC Annual Presents Superman number 2. And this is the first appearance of Kristen Wells as Superwoman. There is an older version of Superwoman, but this is the first iteration for this Superwoman, Kristen Wells. So, got it. All right, got another copy of this new Teen Titans number 21, First Brother Blood. Got this new Teen Titans number 23. This is the first Blackfire, and I just saw a video not too long ago where the Doom 143 he showed off the same books actually using the app, the Key Comic Collector app, and essentially that's the same thing that I did with these minor keys. I wouldn't have known to pick these up. So, all right, new Teen Titans number 24. This is the first appearance of Exal. This is a Valiant book, Valiant Divinity number 1. All right, this is Exo Man of War 0, and I'm sure many of you guys have seen this book. It was heavily printed back in the 90s. The thing about this book is a little different, and I'll show you, is that it's the Ivory Error variant. You guys can see the logo. It's a different shade. So that was a printing error. And so picked it up. So cool book to have. It's Darth Vader number 3. This is the first Dr. Aphra. Got this book, Amazing Spider-Man 601. So if you guys remember my last haul video, I talked about the Amazing Spider-Man 606, the J. Scott Campbell book. This book right here. And actually, I picked these books up at that same spot. So apparently, what happened was the owner had some books that he didn't put out the last time I was there. He put them out after, but in the meantime, no one came by to pick them up, so I was happy to pick them up. 601 Amazing Spider-Man, the Mary Jane cover, J. Scott Campbell, and the Amazing Spider-Man 607, the Black Cat cover by J. Scott Campbell. So I guess the 3 books kind of completes what I was looking for, and I was definitely happy to pick this book up. So. And I guess it comes out to a little over $1. So awesome pickup. All right. And these next stack of books I picked up at a local con. So I'll just go ahead and run through them real quick. This is Wonder Woman Blackest Night number 3. I've seen Mercino show this book off a couple of times on his videos, and so when I saw it, picked it up, and most of these books I got for $2. This is DC 52, issue number 6, and this is the first appearance of August General in Iron and the Ghost Fox Killer. Issue number 7, this is the first Kate Kane. Issue 9 is the first cameo of Kate Kane as Batwoman. Issue 48, this is the first appearance of Renee Montoya as the Question. This is the Incredible Hulk 377 first print, and this is the first appearance of Professor Hulk. I know there's speculation going around that people think that Professor Hulk is going to show up in the new Avengers movie. So I picked this up for $5. Venom number 2, the cover swipe for ASM 300. I've always wanted this book, but I didn't want to pay, I guess, what the eBay prices were. And so I picked it up at the con, and this was in a $5 box. And so picked it up for $5. This is Invincible number 44. This is the first Anissa. I guess that's how you pronounce the name. I'm not a big Invincibles fan, but I know this is a key, or a minor key, I guess. And so I picked it up for $5. This is a Young Avengers number 1, and I know this book is, I guess, starting to pick up a little bit of heat with the rumors of Kate Bishop, I guess, appearing in a movie sometime soon, I guess. And so Young Avengers number 1, first appearance of Kate Bishop, and I guess the Young Avengers. I got this for actually $10 from a buddy of mine that was at the con, and yeah, he brought it along with some other books, and I just got it off of him for $10. This is Infinity. Actually, this is New Avengers number 8. This is the first Black Order. The next book, Transformers number 1. This is a first appearance of Optimus Prime, Megatron, Starscream. And I don't know if you guys saw the new Bumblebees trailer. I'm sure many of you guys have seen that. And I guess the thing about the Michael Bay version of Transformers, I guess most people didn't like, was none of the characters other than Optimus Prime really look like the characters we grew up watching on those cartoons. And so it seems like based on the trailer, they're kind of taking it in a different direction. And I'm looking forward to seeing the new movie. So, but this is also a Bill Sienkiewicz cover. The dealer had it on the wall. This was a wall book. He had a mark for $60, and it's in pretty good condition. I actually got it from him for $40, so a good book to have. This is Marvel Age 41. You guys all, I guess, know this. This is not really a comic. I guess it's more of a preview that Marvel used to put out. But I guess the significance of this one is it's got Stan Lee on the cover. So it's I guess, considered a desirable book. I was kind of blown away when I saw what these books were going for online. CGC at 9.8 were going from anywhere between $200 to $300. And the Signature series, a couple of them had sold for over $1,000. So that was crazy to me. But this is in a super, super minty shape. And so I'll probably, along with that X Factor 6, I'll probably send this off as well. Because I think that this probably also has a really good chance of being a 9.8. So, and then you remember I talked about the book that I traded earlier, the Batman Damned. So the next book is what I got. I actually traded it with my buddy. The Batman Damn number 1, along with I gave him the new Deathstroke movie. I'm sorry, the Deathstroke book with the Francisco Mattina covers. You know, the ones with the Rogue Gallery. It's a new book. And then I also gave him a copy of that Wonder Woman Witching number 1, the Federici cover. So for those 3 books, I got this book here. And this is my second copy, but this is X-Force. Clayton Crane cover, so this is X-Force number 23. This is, I believe, a 1:15 ratio, if I'm not mistaken. But this is an homage to Underworld, so I don't know what this book is going for online, but again, and I don't know how rare it is, to be honest with you. I don't seem to, or the times that I've looked for it, there don't seem to be that many listed online, so anyway, I was happy to pick it up, and, you know, again, I gave him those 3 books, but I have multiple copies of those, so I'm happy to pick this up. All right, winding down here, guys. This is, and so these next 2 books I picked up, I guess, online on eBay. This is A-Force number 1, the Stephanie Hans variant, and this is the first appearance of Singularity. So I saw this book first on Longbox Love Affairs video. He was talking about this book, and it piqued my interest. And then I also saw Merceno showcase it in one of his videos. So good book to have. You know, there's a lot of speculation going around that Marvel is going to start I don't know, I guess highlighting or accentuating some of the female characters. And so this is, I guess, a good spec book to have. So, yep. This next book here. Oh, and I paid, I guess I paid $15 for this book online. Yep. So, and then this next book here, this is Inferno #1, the Addie Granoff variant cover. This is the Magic cover, and this is my second copy. I was just browsing online one day and happened to run into this book. The guy had it listed for $90, and I shot him an offer of $45, and he accepted the offer. So I got this book for $45. Now the book is in pretty good condition, other than there is a little spine tick there. I'd have to take a closer look at it to see if it's color breaking or if it can be pressed out. But either way, it's $45. I got it, and I'm happy to have this second cover here, so, or second copy. All right, guys. And I'll just go ahead and show these. I got some slabs that I picked up, but I figured I'll just go ahead and show those off in the next video. I want to just go ahead and put out a quick video today. And I see that I've already been talking for about 16 minutes. So I did go to the Baltimore Comic-Con, as you guys know, have been watching my videos previously. So I went to Baltimore. Actually, I stayed with a buddy of mine that I hadn't seen in a while, him and his family. And it was nice of him. You know, he offered me a place to stay with him and his wife and kids. And we went to the con on a Friday. The original plan was when we got to the con that he was going to go ahead and, you know, hang out with the girls, his daughter, and her friend. And they were going to kind of let me do my thing. But we got there, and 5 minutes into getting there, he shot me a text and said, "Hey, where are you? The girls ditched me." And so he tagged along, and, you know, we initially started looking at some long boxes, but my buddy's not a comic book collector. He kept calling them magazines. And plus he was asking me questions every time I pulled a book out of a bin, of a long box or a short box. So I don't know, I couldn't really focus, and so I ditched that plan, and then we started just walking around looking at some wall books. The next time I go, I think I'll have a better plan in place as far as hunting and things of that nature. But I did enjoy the experience. It was a lot of comic book vendors there. Now, I've always heard good things about the Baltimore Comic-Con. And I will say, overall, it met my expectations. There were some vendors there that had books ridiculously overpriced. And I assumed that they did that so they could negotiate. But I wasn't interested in paying any of the prices that some of those guys were asking for. So anyway, I did pick up 2 books that I found at a reasonable price. I felt like these were fair prices. And so the first copy is Fantastic Four, $49. This is the first cover appearance of Galactus, and the second appearance, I guess, of the Silver Surfer. And so I don't know if you guys can see, but it's got a little bit of writing. It's got a little bit of oil pencil written on the cover itself, and apparently the shops or the distributors used to write the bundle numbers on the book, and so it's written in oil pencil. I'm gonna try to get it off, but I think even with me getting it off, it's probably gonna leave some sort of residue there. But it's already a mid-grade book, and I don't suspect that it's gonna affect the grade a whole lot. So the guy had this listed for $350. He did have it at a VGF grade, and so I, was talking to him about it, and I did notice this other book as well. So I wanted to see what I could do for both of them. And actually, you know what? Let me do this so I can get rid of the glare. So this is Amazing Spider-Man number 15, the first appearance of Kraven the Hunter. So I've been actually looking for this book for a while online and, at cons, but just never really found one that I as far as price and condition. I didn't need a mint book, but, I did want a good, nice, solid mid-grade book, and this is what that is. And so he also had this graded at a VGF, $450 is what he had this priced at. And so I don't know, I talked to the guy, and we actually came to an agreement, and I got both books for $600. So again, you know, I think that those are fair prices. You know, I didn't get any kind of a super deal, but then also I don't think I overpaid for the books. I paid for, I think, I got a solid deal on both of these books. So, but anyway, guys, it looks like I've been talking for about 20 minutes now. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Appreciate you guys watching once again. I will go ahead and try to put out another video here shortly. I got some slabs, like I said, I picked up, and hopefully I'll get some books back from CGC. But again, thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. If you guys feel free to comment down below. Oh, and a quick shout out to some of the YouTubers that have been nice enough to watch my videos and post their comments in my previous videos. So quick shout out to Poor Man's Comics, Timothy the Canadian Comic Hunter, Goomba213, Comics Addiction, and Fred Hall's Direct Edition. So thank you guys for your support and watching my videos. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and see you guys next time.